Okay, good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Uniqua the Unicorn crochet along / crochet together. We are crocheting her together, and at the same time, we're crocheting along. So, with that being said, let me introduce myself. My name is Uniqua, and I'm the artist, the designer behind My Kind of Thing, a handmade company that specializes in one-of-a-kind handmade dolls, particularly dolls of color, and even more specifically, black and brown dolls. Okay, so it is Wednesday. I know it's the middle of the week, and we are starting in the middle of the week. I'm kind of excited about this design. Hey, Karen! Because it is a really cool design. I really like the way that her body is done. It was actually a little accidental. Let me just make sure I have all my materials here. But today we're working on part 1, which is the head and body, I believe. But if you are interested in participating or getting the pattern, the link for the pattern is in the description of this live video. I don't know why this camera keeps tilting to the side, but we're gonna work it out. And it is a slightly different version. Hey, Linda. It's a slightly different version of our zombie unicorn bat wing thing. It's slightly different. The structure is a little bit different, and for this design I worked out eyes. So okay, I also the limbs are attached differently than the zombie unicorn. Well, actually, it's a zombie, a candy corn horned zombie bat-winged Pegasus. That's what the other one was. And this one, I attached the limbs differently, and I really like the way the limbs are attached. I would have done her in sparkly white, but I could not find my sparkly white, and I was on a time crunch. The other cool thing is I finally worked out unicorn eyes. So if you're interested in getting some unicorn eyes and the yarn to make this cute design, all of that information is in the description of this live video. So with that being said, we are gonna work together, right? I don't know why this keeps tilting to the right. Thank you. So if you're interested in purchasing our unicorn design, Uniqua the Unicorn, I named her Uniqua after myself. And the cool thing about the eyes is that I also have the eyes in different colors. Shoot, I don't have them right here with me. Are y'all willing to hold on a minute while I go and get them? Because they're really, really cute. I kind of want you to see the different options for eye color for the unicorn. I'm really excited about it. So let me know if y'all are willing to hold on a moment while I go and get them, because I cut them in how many different colors? I think I did 5 different colors, right? Now the trick is, one of the colors I don't anticipate people wanting because we've been browned out, so brown, sparkly brown. But I have this really pretty blue. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what to call it, but it's like a watery iridescent turquoise. Really, really pretty. And then I have, of course, the sparkly pink. This really pretty rainbow glitter iridescent purple. Can you see it? That is a really cool eye color. I don't know. Oh, thank you, Linda. Yeah, you know what's so funny? I posted her in this crochet group, and I thought it was really interesting because one of the ladies goes, I have the pattern, but I don't have the wings. That's what the lady said. I'm like, you ain't got this pattern. Um, so that was really interesting. But again, that's another thing that makes my unicorn extra special because it has these really cool wings. So I'm excited because I am actually working on probably about 3 other versions of this. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but we are going to work on camera. And yes, this thing really is tilting to the right, and I don't know why. But again, the cool thing about the way this one is created is it's created to stand. See that? That's cool, right? It's created to stand, and it sits really cute too. So I really like it. And so we're gonna get started, I guess. So here's the thing, like I said, I'm working on 3 different versions. So I wanted to do one with a sparkly white yarn. I still have yet to locate my sparkly white yarn. I also intend to do one in a speckled yarn. So, so this is, I'm doing with a speckled pink and gray. And the trick is I have gray yarn. I have to find it because I recently moved, and so my things are kind of all over the place. But so the second version, and then there's another version. I don't want to spoil the surprise as far as what the color scheme is going to be, but I'm hoping to get started on that version at another time. And for now, because Halloween is coming up, I am recreating the other version, but I'm using my kind of string yarn. So, and remember the other design had embroidered eyes. It was the only option, was the embroidered eyes. Now that I've worked it out, now that I have gotten much more familiar with my cutting machine than I was prior to when I first made that really cool mystery design. I have unicorn eyes, which I'm really, really excited about. So that's a big deal. And the thing about the unicorn eyes is I have been looking at them for a long time. This is gonna drive me crazy, the constant turning of this. Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 minute. I don't understand why it keeps just tilting to the side. Is it good? I don't know. So let's just make sure. Because also, yeah, I don't know what the tilt is to the side. What is that about? I don't understand it. Okay. This is what's making it crazy. Is that better? I hope that's better. Okay. We're gonna get started. Just remind me to show you all the really cool options, the other options for the unicorn eyes that I have. really excited about that. But we're gonna just get started. And of course, I do not have the pattern on the laptop. So we're gonna be working from from memory, I guess. I love the eyes so special. Never made one with wings. Can't wait to get my kit. Awesome, awesome. Hey Nora, hey Chastity, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so we're gonna get started. If you have your pattern, I sent it out at about 3 something this afternoon. 2, 4. As y'all will see, I know this seems really, really off and weird. I am working with Magic Moss because I kind of jumped the gun. I was so excited about how it turned out and everything that I wound up actually starting on the next one. No worries, no worries. They're all available here on YouTube. The other thing, I wanted to let you all know that I have been slowly re-uploading videos in the courses and tutorials and things that we have on Facebook. I have fully re-uploaded the breast cancer awareness doll design, and there is most of the the ballerina course is uploaded. The candy corn horn bat winged zombie Pegasus is re-uploaded. The pumpkin fairies is re-uploaded. I believe the regular fairy are re-uploaded. So I'm slowly doing it. It's taking some time. So if there's something that you're like, oh, I don't see anymore, Facebook went ahead and deleted all live videos that were older than 30 days. And fortunately, I have a lot of them backed up. Most of them, in fact. Anything after 2021, I don't necessarily have, or even in the year of 2021, because that's when Facebook made it much more difficult for me to just save the lives once I was done, which I used to do. All of that, the only hair course, there are 7 hair courses, I believe. Yes, 7 hair courses. Only one I did not have the backup for. So I will be redoing the cornrows course. That's the only one that I didn't have the backup for, and that's totally fine because I just innovated it. So when I do the video again, it's going to be even better than the first time. I'm putting it on a schedule. I'm looking at sometime next week, but I'll have a definite time and date, because the other thing that I am seeing also is that there is a way for me to do a live in Facebook and then save it, whereas I didn't have the option before. There's some extra stuff that I have to do that I wasn't able to do before. And so we're gonna try that, because the hair courses and a lot of these things are things that I don't want on YouTube. I just don't. And I like the live component, so I know, Chastity, oh my gosh, I understand. Off to college is crazy. I remember when he was in elementary school? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. The way time just does what it does, man, just does what it does. But yeah, I freaking love this design. It's actually super, super, super cute. Like, it's not even just the fact that it's a unicorn and I named it Uniqua, after me. But I like certain aspects of it. I like the body. It's simple, but it's kind of weird. You know, I'm gonna show you in a second. Let me just finish this last stitch for row 2. And if you are working with us, you have the pattern. We are on part 1, which is, I believe, the head and body. But look at look at the body shape, and the way the legs are placed gives her a little tush. So it just made me think, I wonder what this would be like if I made it a doll's body. So instead of these hoofs at the bottom, feet, you know, and I love this attachment, you know, so I'm thinking I may want to experiment with something similar. And I just love, love, love. Like, I really love these unicorn eyes. Like, they're really cute. Yeah. What makes my unicorn unique is that she comes with the pattern for these beautiful wings that, by the way, these wings are very, 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 very unique. Designed by yours truly. They are just really, and it gave me fever when I was creating them, because I made them back in, no worries, Chastity. Listen, you know it's there at your leisure, because this is in fact a leisure art. But yeah, I am working really diligently to get a whole bunch of things done, but these wings are actually wings from a different design. I don't know if you all are familiar with Malika. Malika was my holiday doll from, I think she was from maybe 2021, maybe. And I love those wings because those wings gave me so much fever. Oh, they gave me so much fever. And I was like, these wings are epic. When I finally finished them, I was like, oh shoot, these wings came out really, really great. They came out better than I imagined, and I was working like, the hardest part of doing these wings was reciprocity, because it's all done in one piece, you know, even though they look separate. For those of you who've done that, hey Pooja. For those who've done that, you know. But yeah, so I always wanted to reappropriate these wings, reassign these wings to a bunch of different designs. So that's really cool how that worked out. Because the other unicorn that I have, she doesn't have, it has bat wings. There's a whole bunch of other different things that's, well, I don't want to say a whole bunch of different things, but there are different things about the candy corn horned bat winged zombie Pegasus. But yeah, so listen, this is a leisure art. We are going to work at our leisure, and hey,
Oh, what's up?
so we're gonna work at our leisure. So if you're behind on something, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. You know, crochet, one of the things that I have been constantly saying to myself and saying to you all is that crochet is a leisure art. You are not supposed to freak out and feel like you're falling behind. It's one of the other reasons why for all of my crochet alums, I've always just made it so that it's available. The live videos of putting things together were available indefinitely, because you know how we do. Some of us, you know, we pick up something, we're really excited about it, and we get started, and you know, get all the things together and we start working, and then something cool comes up and we want to do that too. And before you know, we got 3 or 4 different projects working at once. And sometimes we don't always finish right away. And so I think it's important to, you know, just take your time. We have had students, and some of you might be guilty of, you know, starting a project and, you know, and then not necessarily finishing that design or that project until like maybe a year, 2 years later. I think we had one person, I believe her name was Julia. Shout out to Julia. She had participated in the beginning with the, I believe, the Pumpkin Fairy crochet along, and she finished it 2 years later, and we're super excited about it 2 years later because it doesn't go anywhere. Once you have the pattern, it's yours forever. And you know, because of how we do things over here, you know, you have unlimited access to the group where the live video was conducted. Now Facebook has deleted all of the live videos. Yes, Karen, you are queen of projects. um, but I am slowly re-uploading all of the videos. Now, I'm gonna be honest, some of the crochet alongs, the live putting it all together, those are gonna take me more time because it requires me to redo the design and then record myself putting it together. There are some things that overlap with the tutorials or the courses that's a little bit different, and most of those I have saved. So, but a lot of the crochet alongs, because around the time that I committed to one crochet along every month, that was when Facebook stopped allowing me to save. I know you have your favorite season, Mystery. Yes. So, so glad you mentioned that, Chastity. So Chastity knows one of my favorite holidays is Halloween. And not like how y'all think, not in no weird, devilish, demonic thing, but in a fun, candy, dress up, kid kind of way. When my nieces and nephews were little, they are not little anymore. It was dangerous for them to trick or treat, you know, because we live in the Bronx. And we wanted them to be able to have a good time and celebrate Halloween. So we decided that we would just throw Halloween parties for them. That way they'd all be safe, they'd get to wear their costumes, and they'd get candy. And so we would just throw a Halloween party every year when they were little. Oh my gosh, we got so many fun pictures and things like that. And it just was a really cool, fun, safe way to celebrate dressing up and costumes and stuff like that. And so we would even make pinatas by hand, and we'd have so much candy. Oh my gosh. You know, and it was our way of making sure they had a good time, had a little seasonal fun, and it was safe. Now they're young adults. It's crazy to even say, most of them anyway. Some of them are teenagers now. They're not really on it like that. I know you have your favorite season, Mystery Crochet Woman. You're playing, but she hates candy. I don't. I hate candy corn. I'm sorry. I'm reading real slow because this is actually kind of small on this screen here. It's not that I hate candy corn. It's that candy corn is disgusting. That's what it is. It's so dope. It's so disgusting and gross. I don't know how anybody eats it. It's blech. Um, so every year, I have committed to the fact that it's not that I hate candy corn. I think it's disgusting, but I love, you hear me? I love to see candy corn. Like I love seeing the colors. It always indicates, I don't know, there is a association that I have with candy corn, even though it's nasty and I would never eat it. I have a positive association, but it's a weird relationship me and candy corn have. So I don't want to say I hate it. I hate the taste of it. I think it's nasty. It's gross. I won't eat it. but I love to see it. I remember, oh my gosh. Matter of fact, was it last year? Might have been last year. Dawn Holmes, shout out to Dawn Holmes. Dawn Holmes sent me a present. And I was like, girl, you sent me a present in October. That's crazy. That's weird, right? Um, and it turns out she sent me this big bag of candy corn. I was like, bleh, disgusted. However, I didn't get a chance to at the time, but I've used candy corn like to decorate. Like, again, I'm not gonna eat it because it's nasty. But I remember one year my mom had found something on Pinterest, or she had saw something on the internet where you make a candy corn wreath. And I was like, oh yes, that's a great use of candy corn. Because what I wound up doing is I wound up getting a hot glue gun, a little foam donut, and just systematically sticking candy corn on the foam donut, and we found some really cool Halloween ribbon. When I tell you, it came out so cool. It was really cool. Again, my mom likes candy corn. Nasty. She likes candy corn. Um, and so whatever candy corn I didn't use, she ate. Ugh, nasty. um, but yeah, I don't do candy corn as far as eating it, but I think it's really, really cool for Halloween decorations. And people who like candy corn, okay, whatever. How about this though? So Chastity Stanley knows that I am always trying to come up with something really cool for Halloween. We have now under our belts, we have really great Halloween crochet designs. I'm trying to remember how many we have. Do we have 4? Do we have 5? I think this year would be 5. We have the candy corn horn, zombie, bat-winged Pegasus. I have to figure out the order. We have, what was next? The Candy Witch. So I don't know if y'all know about the Candy Witch that I made. I think the Candy Witch is from 2022, maybe? No, the Candy Witch is from 2021, maybe. Yeah, no, 2020 is the zombie Pegasus, whatever, right? 2021 is the Candy Witch. Now, the secret behind the Candy Witch is that, but what are you making? I walked away from the phone. Oh, okay, so I'm making Uniqua the Unicorn, kinda, sorta. Um, I'm actually working on a third version of it, reverting back to what the candy corn horned, bat winged Pegasus. That's what I'm working on, in addition to another version of Uniqua the Unicorn. We're doing a speckled version, and the third version I actually want to be a surprise for y'all. So I don't want y'all to see that on camera. So I'm going to work on this a little bit different. Pieces are similar. There are some differences in construction and aspects. The horn is done differently on this design. The wings are done different. The Unicorn Pegasus Halloween. Thank you, Chastity. Cause I forget the order. Okay, so let me explain. Cause yeah, we're working on Unique with a Unicorn, Karen. But so in 2020 we did the Unicorn Pegasus, right? Then in 2021 we did the Candy Witches. Now here's the thing about the Candy Witches. If you have participated in that crochet along, the video has been deleted, the assembly. I may be able to restore that or bring it back, because I also am working on a Candy Witch, hopefully in time for this upcoming Halloween. I got a lot on my agenda. And then in 2022, we did Bony Tony, I believe. Was Bony Tony 2022 or 2023? I don't know, but Boney Tony, y'all know the story about Boney Tony. Boney Tony is a hustler, a candy, go-getter. Boney Tony is a really cute little boy design who has 2 Halloween costumes for the purposes of double the candy during Halloween. And so what he does is he has a regular, his costume. He's dressed as a skeleton. 2022 is Boney Tony. Okay. And so he has his skeleton costume, right? And then he has another costume that goes over the skeleton costume, which is who can tell me what Boney Tony's second costume is, that he throws over the the skeleton costume in efforts to get double the candy. He has a what costume? Exactly. So he has a candy corn costume. So what he does is he knocks on the door and he screams trick or treat, and he gets his little candy in his little skeleton costume. Then he goes around the corner and puts on his candy corn costume over the skeleton costume, and he goes back and knocks on the same door. And he's so thorough that it is my belief that when he knocks for the second time in the candy corn costume, mind you can't see his face anyway, but he still thinks it's prudent to disguise his voice so as to not be recognized the second time. So in my mind, it's hilarious. I think it's so funny and fun. And that was a really fun design. Then in 2023, was that 2023? Yeah. 2023, we did Jackie. Now here's the thing, y'all named her Jackie. I can't remember who specifically, but she didn't have a name until we were doing the assembly and the live video, and someone came up with a clever name to call her Jackie. And I was like, okay, that's good. I think that is a great name for her because she is very Halloween themed. The initial design, there's a regular design, and then there's the candy corn version. And for the candy corn version of her, because this was the Halloween design that I was using my kind of string yarn for the first time. That year we had gotten the new colors, and so we were really excited to introduce some of those new colors. And a lot of the new colors, I don't want to say a lot because we don't even have a lot of colors. It will be, I'm telling you, Karen, it's coming. Certain things cost time and money, and for some reason I never have both at the same time. If I have time, I ain't got the money. If I got money, I ain't got the time. It's a weird game that me and the universe plays, but it's coming. So Jackie is so funny because Jackie, the cool thing about Jackie is it's jack-o'-lantern. She's a jack-o'-lantern themed design that I just had a ball with. The candy corn version, there's a candy corn version of her and a regular version, and usually so the candy witches, there's a few versions. There's definitely a candy corn version and a regular version. Then for Jackie, there's a candy corn version. Because my kind of string doesn't make white yarn, we incorporate white yarn from other companies. Like we use Hobby Lobby's metallic, we'll use Red Heart's metallic, or just Red Heart's white, or Hobby Lobby's white, because again we don't have a white yarn, but we have everything else. And so the candy corn version, I just figured because we incorporated the white, her pumpkin is Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and then the regular version is a regular jack-o'-lantern. And so you all came up with the idea of calling her Jackie, which I thought was so fitting. And so y'all named her Jackie. So Jackie was from 2023, and I did 3 of her, and oh, I loved them. Oh, they came out so cute. And after that, I was just so like, yeah, this is really, really good. This is really great. You know, really patting myself in the back for having used my own company's yarn so efficiently. Like when I tell you, I'm just so proud of how I've been able to use what we've created. Um, and so, fast forward to 2024, which was last year, we did another mystery. And because of who he was, I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to name him Frank. So, Frank and Jackie, because when I made Frank, another one who I use exclusively my kind of string yarn, except for the candy corn version, which is the candy corn version. Again, we don't have a white yarn, so we incorporate white yarn from somewhere else. But all the other colors for this design, and then I think the gray bolts in his neck, um, we use Red Heart Metallic gray. But they looked so cool together. And y'all know I took a whole bunch of pictures of Frank and Jackie together. I'm just like, oh my gosh, my Halloween crew is out here. They like, you know, I just started thinking, oh my gosh, they must have the most fun trick-or-treating. So in my mind, Frank, Jackie, Tony, Frank, Jackie, Tony, not the candy witches or the zombie unicorn, but Frank, Jackie, and Tony are three trick-or-treaters that I'm just like, these guys, they love the holiday. They love the fun of free candy, and you know, they don't get candy throughout the course of the year. Their parents won't allow it, it's not a thing. And so Halloween is the only time that they can really go crazy with candy. And so they do. And Boney Tony was like, listen, I got to get all the candy I can get. And that's when he came up with his little scheme to double back. And so it's been what, 5 years, I guess, of Halloweenies, right? The unicorn, candy witches, Jack, Boney, Tony, Jackie, Boney. Yeah, we about to have our sixth Halloweeny this year. I love the Mystery Crochet Along. Frank was my first one. It was so fun watching him develop without knowing what we were making. Oh my gosh, when I tell you, Blue Jay, I love Mystery Crochet Alongs. My people don't necessarily love it because I don't get as much attention for them as other crochet designs and crochet alongs. But I don't care. I do it because I love it. It's as fun for me as it is for the people that participate in it, because I like coming up with really cool Halloween themed designs, and I like you all participating and guessing what it is as we are crocheting it. And here's another thing, side note, this is the My Kind of Thing University. I am low-key teaching you all to get so familiar with crochet that you don't necessarily need photos in order to read and understand the language. So this is also a practice in understanding the language so well that you can read it and know what you need to do and get what you need to get. You know, so there's that. Frankie Short, he had me lost for a second, but I finally got him finished him on time for once. Sorry, I'm just like, because it's really small here. You know what it is? It's small and my screen is dark. There we go. I'm like, why is it so dark? I can't, listen, so I can't even stop. So I've been brainstorming the mystery crochet along for this year's Halloween, and we're gonna start it earlier. Usually we do it for the month of October so that we're finished by the end of October, but I want to start it earlier because I want it to be finished so that if you want to make multiples, you can do them in October. I'm trying to do a better job of that, but I have 2 really good ideas that I'm trying to work out in my head for the Halloween mystery. They're really cool ideas. I just need to work them out, but I'm excited about it, and I think it's gonna be good. So and we'll probably do both. So yeah, there's that. One in particular came to me while I was just, what was I doing that I was just like, oh, that would be cool and fun, and I don't think you would guess it. There's no way y'all would guess it because I totally made it up. Just like the candy corn horned, bat winged zombie Pegasus. This is it's not as many hybrids or meshings of things, but in my mind it's cracking me up. But because it's little, I'm thinking that maybe I should either make it bigger or offer it and another thing. And I think I'm leaning towards it and another thing because I came up with two things, and at the moment, I'm drawing a blank on what the other thing was. Um, but yeah, I'm excited, and I feel like my excitement usually translates to, it's gonna be good, y'all. Um, so yeah, uh, but like I said, we're working on Uniqua and the first part of Uniqua, and I'm trying to see because I didn't bring the design for Uniqua over to my laptop, and I don't want to lose the reception because that's another tricky thing here with doing these things sometimes. Um, but I'm doing matter of fact, I could just look at this and kind of remember. No, I can't. I cannot. I'm gonna have to. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let's see if I can do this quickly without messing nothing up. Did I do it? Did I get it? Y'all still with me? Okay, just want to make sure because I use the laptop and the iPad, and they communicate with one another on my behalf. And so I just needed something from there to go there, and yeah. So let's see. Okay, here we go. It's here. I just need to. There it is. No. Recent. There we go. Okay, this is just so that I don't make any mistakes because that's another thing. I be working on so many things at once, and I need to remember what I'm doing and where. But yeah. So, are y'all as excited as I am about Uniqua? Because the other thing is the way the design is set up, right? You don't have to. You don't have to use. Like you don't have to. You can absolutely. Okay, I know I'm sounding like I'm repeating, but this because my brain is doing a couple of things at once. The majority of this design requires white yarn, or if you use speckle yarn, or if you use sparkle, speckle, the main color is the white. So if you get you a full skein of white, you got what you need to make the main skein. The other colors, if you purchase the kit, you have a bowl of Mermaid water, Pixie pop, and fairy berry. Now here's the thing, you can totally swap out. You don't necessarily need, you can, which you have enough yarn to do any of these, any variation of this. So instead of the purple hoops, you can give her mermaid water hoops. You don't have to give her fairy berry hoops. Or you can give her pixie pop hoops. You don't necessarily need to, you know, you can switch it however you want to do it. You have enough yarn to do that for all of the extra stuff. And of course, you have the eyes. Now, I did allow you all to pick the color eyes y'all wanted, but those of you who purchased, you didn't specify your eyes. So I took the liberty of picking the eye colors for you because these are really, really pretty, as you can see. However, the other ones are really, really pretty too. So I guess it'll be a surprise for you when you get it, which eyes you got. So let me see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I just want to make sure on the right track, not making any mistakes. But I was looking through, and I mentioned before in one of my previous videos, y'all know how much I love my Halloweenies. That's what I call them, the mystery crochet along. Oh, I didn't see this. I'm sorry, Blue Day. I can't wait. So cute. Sorry, I came late with this. Okay, so we are on the head. The unicorn's head. This is smaller. It's a little bit smaller than that because the yarn I use is different. But I'm using a pink speckled yarn, and as you can see from the pattern, the head isn't at the top or the bottom of the head because her head is this way. And so be mindful when you're creating that opening because today is part 1, which is, I believe, the head and body. I always do these things and then I move on, so I don't know the order, the creation order by heart. And then sometimes I don't follow the order creation, the creation schedule personally. So this is, and you know what I was thinking? What does this look like to you all? So this is the head and this is the body. When I was designing this and working on this, each time, I was like, this looks like something familiar, especially working on it in the white. I was like, what do you think of when you see that? What does that look like to you all? Two, 3, 4, 5, 5. Don't mind this green. Exactly. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what it looked like to me. And so I was like, I could totally do Snoopy if I wanted to, just off of that right there, that design right there, that foundation. I could definitely do Snoopy from that. I would just have to just change the ears, make the ears long and black. And even the hands, I think the hands might even, no, the feet are different. Because Snoopy has feet that are really big feet. But maybe maybe the hands. But definitely the feet. So yeah. Always knocking stuff down. But I was looking at him like, you could definitely be Snoopy. But yeah, so we're working on the head. 2, 3, 4. I'm on row, for those of you who want to know. I'm on row. I'm I'm on row 6. Yeah, I'm on row 6. Just want to make sure that what I'm looking at matches what I'm looking at. 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, so there are some things that I have to replace completely, and then there are some things that I just have to re-upload. And the thing about the re-uploading is that it has been quite challenging. While I have lots of things backed up, the process of re-uploading the video, because what I've been doing is I've just been taking the live, like I can look and see when the date was. Like for example, the breast cancer awareness workshop, all of the live videos have dates on them. Based on a date, I can look at the date and then I can go into my library and I can go right back to that date and find that video. And I basically download the video from where I have it stored and then go back into Facebook and I just edit that post because it's a live post. The problem is the videos are like 2 hours, 3 hours long. Well, 1, 2. Usually they're somewhere in the 2 and some change hours long, maybe almost 3. And so somewhere between uploading them and whatnot in Facebook, I wound up having to keep checking because it's taking a long time, and then sometimes it doesn't upload at all and there's no notification of it not uploading or why it didn't upload. And so you'll see in some of the courses it'll be the same video a couple of times because it'll just upload randomly days after I had been uploading it, and I, not knowing that it was still uploading and still uploading. So just bear with me. I will not only be putting videos back, but I will be updating old things that are just old. If you've been rocking with me since 2017, because that's how old the My Kind of Thing University is. We've been doing this together since 2017. If you've been with me since then you'll see how much we've grown and developed together. There are things and techniques that are still useful and great techniques, but I haven't used them, or maybe don't use them anymore. Like one of the main things I remember specifically is, if you've really been with me like day one, then you know that when I used to do not the magic ring, the chain 4, I would chain 2, and that would count as my first single crochet, which is pointless now. Like, doesn't make any sense to do that. Just working in continuous round anyway, you might as well just bloop, 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 bloop in the ring. So there's a lot of things that I don't do anymore. There are things that I've innovated and, but they're all still really good and useful information. Things that they all work. It's just certain things to me maybe make more sense for certain designs and things and are not necessarily required anymore. So, there's all of that. But yeah. So I'm on rows 7 and 8 are the same. Okay. So we're working on Uniqua the Unicorn, and in this case, I know that y'all are like, well, what are you doing with that green yarn? While I'm working on Uniqua the Unicorn, I'm also using my kind of string yarn to recreate the candy corn horned zombie bat-winged Pegasus. I also intend to use magic moss to recreate, well, not just magic moss, but the candy witches. Well, one, I'm gonna redo one. And so, updating things, that's all. At the time when I made these designs, I didn't have my own yarn company. So, funny enough, my kind of string, with the exception of having white yarn, are all the colors required to create any of my Halloweenies. Oh, I just remembered. I just remembered what the two, I gotta write it down before I forget. Where can I, oh, I right here. I need a piece of paper. Before I forget. Because I legit, oh crap, I need a piece of paper. I just remembered what the other thing was gonna be. So it was gonna be 2 Halloweenies. And there is gonna be a mystery, but 2 Halloweenies, cause you need this in your life. You do. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. And now I'm even more excited because I remembered it was so brief. No, I can't write it there. You know what? Hold on, because I have to go get those other eyes in the pages. Give me 1 minute. Okay. So, let me write it down though. See, I'm about to get distracted again because I got the unicorn eyes. But hold on, because I have, shout out to Yolanda Jordan, because Yolanda created what's called the Creative Biz Planner. And it's all printable things that you can use to manage your creative business. And there is a page designated for ideas. And I'm going to show you the page before I write down. Okay, product ideas. Okay, so this is what the page looks like. Don't mind the writing there. That's an old idea that I still have yet to execute. But let me write down the Halloweenies, the mystery crochet along. Yeah, I'm excited about this. Oh, wait, y'all, you're not, first off, you're not gonna guess it. So, I'm just saying, it's gonna be so good. Okay, and the other thing I brought out here for you all is the where it has the eyes for the unicorn eyes, the different colors. Okay, so does this have them? Yes. Yes, okay. So, are y'all ready? Because they're really cool. So y'all saw the iridescent sparkly purple, right? But then, right, then I told y'all I have, hold on, let me make it so that I don't drop them. That purple is really cool, right? Are y'all with me? Y'all with me? I know we're going on an hour being live. But y'all know we've been together long enough, unless you're new here and you don't know how we do. But this is what we do. Y'all with me? Okay. So, playing around with different cuts and different sizes and different shapes and things, just trying to figure out what would best suit. And I still feel like I want to tweak it even more. And I'll see if I like what I have in mind or not. But it's also a matter of proportions, and it's a lot of tediousness involved in getting that cutting machine to do what I see in my head. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why it took us so long to release eyes and lips and lashes. Because I needed a standard small, medium, and large. I needed like a standard. And that took trial and error. You know, what would be the standard size to cut for a medium-sized doll, a small doll, and so on and so forth. So, you know, having to figure that out was time consuming and costed materials. Okay, so we're gonna start with the one that is probably gonna be the least popular choice, but I'm thinking, even if you don't necessarily want this for a unicorn, I'm trying to see how I could create a doll and use these eyes for that. You know, it's a very cartoony kind of My Little Pony vibe I was going for with these unicorn eyes. But this is the brown that we are all very familiar with. It's like a sparkly brown. Can you see it? Really cool. It's brown though, you know? Right? And then we've used this often as color for our lips, but imagine them on a cool unicorn. And here's the thing, if you were using sparkly white and not just plain white, that's even better. So can you see? This pink is really pretty too. I don't know how many of y'all look at them. We have used them repeatedly for our lips. They sparkle. They have a really cool sparkle to them that I freaking love. I don't know if I caught that right. Let me see. Can you see it? It sparkles in the same manner as the white, right? And we've, like I said, we've used them for lips. We've never used them for eyes. So, what you want to do? And then we've used this. We've not really used these for, I've only used these for lips for Winter Day. I don't know that I've offered these as lips for anything else. But I told you all I've been cutting in things for different options. But I used it for Wendy's snowflake and for May and Bali's flowers. And I don't think I've used it beyond that with you all, but I've used it. This is mermaid water. I call it mermaid water, but it turns colors. It goes from that to like a purple. You can't really see, but it goes from really, really pretty blue to really, really cool purple in certain lights. It's really cool. I like it. I call it mermaid water. It is the mermaid water color to the yarn, meaning like oftentimes, so what I've done is I've actually gotten vinyl in colors that are also familiar for our yarn. So there's even, I referred to the purple as fairy berry because I imagine that outside of yarn form, if this existed in nature, it would kind of resemble some of these things. I don't know, in the little world that I'm building. Okay, and here's the color that I was telling y'all about. It's not related to any of the colors that I have as far as yarn is concerned at this moment, but I'm a huge fan of the color blue. It's my favorite color. And this vinyl is kind of magical to me. Can you see it? It has a rainbow iridescence to it. And it's a turquoise. Like it has, like, it's really, really, really pretty. And I don't have a lot of it. And honestly, I don't know if I can acquire more. So it's a limited thing. And the cool thing about certain things being limited is that it really makes your creations really unique. You know? It's like, sure, you want a lot of a thing, but I am a huge fan of things that are done like once and then that's it, or something that is done a certain way once and never done that way again. So sure, we're gonna have a bunch of Uniquas in there, you know, it's gonna be using the same pattern, but they're all gonna be unique. They're not, I'm never doing that again. Like I'm never doing it again. I'm never using white yarn, plain white yarn with fairy berry hooves and fairy berry unicorn horn. I'm never doing that again. Like, I don't care. Even if I do the white again and the purple again, I'm not using plain white again. Like I didn't really want to use white initially anyway. So the next one is going to be a sparkly white, and then you have the sparkly white that's like a silver sparkle with the white, and then you have the iridescent sparkle with the white. So yeah, and it's why you see with the Halloweenies, I always have 3 of them, and there's always, well, at least 2 to 3 versions of them. I think I only did 2 bony Tonys, so I got to do a 3rd bony Tony. And I think it'd be really cool if the 3rd bony Tony had like brown sugar skin. But we are running low on brown sugar, so I don't know. Initially when I did bony Tony, I had used skin tones for his skin color. So I don't know. But I got to do another bony Tony. I gotta do another Candy Witch. What else? Jackie and Frank, in order to re-upload, well, I'd have to do their videos because I don't have them saved, the assembly portion. But when I tell you, oh my gosh, I feel really excited. The Halloweenies always make me happy. They don't make me a whole bunch of money, don't give me a whole bunch of attention, but they make me happy. and I got to do them. And when I tell you the ideas that I have for this year's Halloween, so it's 2 of them. And initially they're small. And I guess the only reason why they're small to me now is because I have not quite worked out them not being little. Because one is kind of small, but I can make it bigger. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make them bigger versions of what they are. Because the other thing is that I've created them before, but not really. And so I need to make them larger versions of what I see. And yeah, so I'm just gonna leave it at that because I don't want to spoil the surprise, because the other thing is you're not going to be able to know what they are based on the materials. So I hate to break it to you, but you're going to have to do it to find out. And I think we're going to start, what's today, the 27th? I'm going to maybe the first week of September, we're starting on the mystery Halloweeny. And we're going to be working on those for the month of September, so that for October, y'all have, you're already trying to guess? So go ahead, guess. I'm not going to say yes or no, even if you get it right. I don't think you're going to get it right. So, because again, these are things that I've totally created. They do not necessarily exist. But I just thought it'd be really cool and cute to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So wait, you said you need more clues? There's no way I can give you clues other than it's a Halloweeny. I made it up. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can guess if you want, but I don't know what you would guess because it's not typical. So, 4. I'm just saying, I don't see how you would guess. There's not really, can't really guess. You know, so sorry. You're not gonna be able to guess it. See, I was thinking, oh, you know, typical Halloween stuff. We've done witches already, right? What have we done? We've done Frankenstein. We've done a jack-o'-lantern of sorts, right? You know, it's always gonna have a Halloween theme or vibe or thing, but what it actually is, you're not gonna guess it. And that's okay. It's totally fine. Part of the fun is trying to guess, right? Because you all guessed Frank last year, you know, because that was a typical Halloween thing. He was kind of simple. I think the coolest thing to me about Frank was him being crocheted, you know, me crocheting a Frankenstein, sort of, kind of, right? So to me, I just thought it was really cool. I love the way he turned out. And so I'm like, you know, Frankenstein, my Frank. I don't know, I just thought it was a great version of a Frankenstein. Same as, like, there are some things, and this is one of the things that I do move away from, is I do move away from doing what's typical, or at least doing something that's typical but in an atypical way. So so for me, Frank, what I loved about Frank, aside from him being like a Frankenstein, was first off, I love the My Kind of String yarn. Color is perfect for Frank. I loved his pants, you know, with the drawstring. And if you purchase the kit, got the pieces for the drawstring, so the bat beads and the pony beads to kind of match the vibe. What else was cool about Frank? His patches on his clothes. I loved the way that turned out. I loved his Frankenstein hairline, the way that I did it. You know, there were aspects of Frank that I really, really loved. Like, I love Frank's eyes. Again, if you purchase the companion pack, then you got those really pretty purple eyes, which is that purple. I believe it's that purple. Yes, Frank's eyes are also this really cool, magical purple. And I got a lot of that vinyl because when I saw it, I was like, ooh, I need a lot of it. So, and I don't know if you're subscribed to the website, but if you are subscribed to the website, then you receive the email, because if you didn't do the Frank, the Candy Witch crochet along or the other crochet along, those things are still available to purchase. Yeah. And I'm going to do a roundup of my 5 Halloweenies, and I'll make that available to those who maybe didn't do Halloween crochet alongs. Say, you know, and because I have to re-upload the Candy Witch, I don't have to re-upload the Candy Corn Horn Zombie Batwing Pegasus. I do have to re-upload Boney Tony. So Boney Tony, Frank, Jackie, Candy Witches. So 4 out of the 5 have to be re-uploaded. And I'm gonna have to work that out. But yeah, like I said, 3, 4. It's Alicia Art. You do it as you feel excited about doing it. That's how I do. So I just, again, the main, one of the main of the, so it's 2 of them, and one is hilarious because it's something that I've just loved, and it was one of my original, when I say original, I've been doing Halloweenies for years. Like, before I was a crochet artist, designer, any of those things, I was making Halloweenies because I always like monsters and creatures and stuff. That was how I eventually pivoted into doll making. And so one of my original creations, I'm going to be basically redoing, upgrading. And when I tell you what it's gonna look like now versus what it looked like then, I wasn't even nowhere near as good then as I am now. Like, I think I did these Halloweenies in like maybe 2012, maybe. This was before I was making dolls, like, officially. And my original, there's 3 of them that I call Halloweenies. And yeah, I'm about to snag one of the trio, because of the 3 of them, one of them was really, really hard to do at the time. Really hard to do. I've never attempted him again. Another one was really, really cool, and I wound up doing him 2 more times for custom orders that someone had requested. One of my friends from like junior high school, he ordered this design for his son. And the other one, it's funny because I gave it to my niece, and she's about to be 15 next month. She was, I want to say she was probably 1 or 2 years old, maybe 3. when I gave it to her, and she still has it, I believe, at her father's house. But if you've been following me for years and you've been watching and paying attention, maybe you know or have an idea of who one of these things might be. But I don't think so, because it's so random. I don't think I shared them that much. They've kind of been a conversation, maybe in Halloweeny crochet alongs or whatever, but I don't know. You have to be a real sleuth, a real detective to figure out what one of these Halloweenies might be. And then this other one, the one that I'm just like, it cracks me up to even think about it. As a matter of fact, I would start on it today, except I don't have the materials I need to do it today with me. But oh, you're not gonna guess it. But when you create it, you are gonna be like, that's hilarious. You're just gonna, because it is. And I'm excited about it. I'm so excited about it that I wish I could do it like right now. 1, 2, 3. And of course, I don't know if I made a mistake. So I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, of course you did. But yeah, when I do it, y'all. When we do it, because we're gonna do it together, right? When we do it, oh, y'all are gonna be like, yeah, that's cool. And guess what? Here's the other thing. So we do it, we'll have it done by like September, right? It'll be finished in like the end of September, maybe, whatever. We're gonna drag it for the month of September, so that as soon as October hit, like boom, we got them ready, lined up if you're doing more than one. Because again, in my mind right now, they're small. It's 2 of them. I don't want to make them big, but I need them to be a little bit bigger than what they are in my head right now, which is hilarious again, because I told y'all I dream and or I create and envision in like cartoon a lot of times. So I just want y'all to know, yeah, we're gonna kill this. It's gonna be good, and it's gonna be cute, and you're gonna laugh when you create it. And not only are you gonna laugh when you create it, but it's just gonna be cool because nobody else is gonna have them. Nobody else, because they're original creations. They're creative and original, and nobody else is gonna have them but us. And it's gonna be done the way we usually do a crochet along, the way we've done them. Because you see how now I gave y'all the whole pattern and everything. We're gonna take it back to the roots. You participate, and we're gonna get part 1, boom, there it is. There's part 1. Then when part 2 comes on, boom, part 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we're gonna do it, because and because we're gonna do it like that, I'm gonna mix it up, so you're not even gonna know what goes with what or for what, maybe or maybe not, because it's a mystery. So I'm excited talking about it. I'm excited because when whoever participates in the Halloweenies can attest to the fact that we have such a good time talking about what it might be, creating it, and just some of the story or some of the ideas that come to mind as we're creating these unique creations. So again, while everybody's going to be doing typical Halloween stuff, we not doing that. We doing something different. So I'm just saying, we different. We don't do what the other people do. So you participate, you will legitimately be creating something Halloween themed that everybody else is gonna kind of be out of the loop about, unless it goes viral or something. But how can they do that? I don't know. But we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm excited. I'm excited. And now that I have solidified it, as I've kind of taught myself through, because I had something else in mind and it just was too typical. And I was like, well, could I do it in a way that it would be different? And I just couldn't see it. Like I still can't see it. Maybe next year. But right now I'm like, nah. Because I think also for the other thing that I was thinking, I need more time to flush it out and make it different. Because it's something, it'll be like similar to a Frank kind of thing. Whereas, yeah, we love to see them. We see them, everybody's doing them. But I like yours. You know what I'm saying? And I want to do something where it's not like, oh, that's cool, I like your version. Because I'm gonna be honest. When the lady in the group said that she had the pattern, one, I know she don't have this pattern because it's an original pattern. I created it from scratch. Now, sure, it's based on what we see unicorns look like as far as crochet is concerned. But she didn't have the fact that I feel like it wasn't distinguished enough. And the part of why it's not distinguished enough is because the colors are typical. And because the colors are typical, it's kind of easy for somebody who's not paying attention to assume that it's just a generic unicorn design. But Uniqua is unique. She is not a typical unicorn design. I don't know if you could see, but she has these like beautiful wings. And that's the thing. She said, oh, I have the pattern, but I don't have the wings. You don't have the pattern because this pattern comes with the wings. So I'm just saying, you know, and even I did her unicorn horn differently than I've done unicorn horns in the past. Yeah, so I'm just saying. And then the leg connections and the feet connections are different. And here's the other thing. I was thinking, she looks naked to me. So I was thinking, hey, she might need us to knit her a skirt. And yes, I did say knit, because I don't necessarily want to crochet her a skirt. I want to knit it. And so how many of you here can knit? Can you knit? If you can knit, raise your hand. You can't knit. So I'm thinking, you know, we might go back and knit you a skirt. The thing is, she has wings, so it'd be hard to give her a dress. Not impossible, just a little difficult because we'd have to allow for her wings to poke out. But I'm just like, nah, she needs a skirt. And here's the thing, I was like, maybe just make her a tulle skirt. But I don't know. So you know what? So I decided knitted because we played with knitting a little bit. We played with it a little bit. We did not give knitting the kind of attention that we need to give knitting. And so I know that most of us are crocheters. I too am a crocheter. I am. But every now and then I knit a little bit. Right? And so we're gonna do a little bit of knitting. Just a little bit. So when we're all done and we got our pieces together, we're gonna knit her a skirt. Now here's the other thing. I have actually already recorded the assembly aspect of this design. I have it recorded because I've been trying to make sure that I record a lot of things. We're still going to do assembly and it's still going to be, but it's going to be very basic. The live is going to be very basic because I legit have a full video of putting the ears on, putting the horn on, putting all of those things I've recorded already. So yeah, I do both all the time. Awesome. yeah, I just feel like, and I've said this before, people are not putting them together the way that I like. Like, I like knitting and crochet together. Like, I don't like knitting alone. I like knitting for like I love knitting as a, like the clothing aspect, the accessories aspect for crochet design, because I'm not good at knitting enough to sculpt with it yet. Um, Maybe one day I will be. I don't know. Knitting for me is a lot more difficult than crochet. Just period. I find it, and not just because I learned crochet and I mastered crochet and I'm just basically learning knitting and I know the basics, but knitting requires a lot to do things that in crochet is simple to do. So that's my stance on that. But yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm not gonna keep y'all forever on this Wednesday night. We've been on here now for 91 minutes, and I think that is a good amount of time. Y'all want to go till 9:30, or y'all want to call it a night? They really do look great together, Linda. I love knitting and crocheting, the two together. I like finishing my knitting with crochet. I like starting my knitting with crochet. So I start with crochet, I knit, and then I end with crochet. So it's always at the beginning and the end. But what do y'all want to do? Y'all want to go till 9:30, or y'all want to call it a night here? 2, 3, 4. Because y'all know we got to be back here on Friday. Y'all want till 9:30, or y'all want to call it done here at 92 minutes? 1, 2. Okay, yeah, I have a mistake somewhere. 1. What y'all think? Should we keep on to 9:30, or should we end right here? This ain't a real chat until 3 o'clock. No, that's special, Karen. Those 3-hour things, we don't do that here on YouTube. We save that for our own private, closed Facebook space, the space that we've created. That's just for us. Yeah, we go further a day over there. Here, because it's public and everybody on it, we gonna keep it down, because, that's just the rule of thumb that I've just decided. We'll go to 9:30. We'll end at 9:30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm excited. I'm excited. I am excited. You know what's so crazy? I love surprises. I do. Surprises are, I think they're one of the things that as a grown-up that I just feel like a kid about. I love getting surprises and I love giving surprises. So the crochet alongs, the mystery crochet alongs are always, for me, just as exciting to share. Sometimes I'll be like, I need to tell somebody what it is. It's one of those things where it's supposed to be a secret. And then I'm like, I gotta tell somebody. because I'm really excited about it. And mind you, my brain just does all of this, you know, working it out and creativity, right? That sometimes I'm like, when I explain certain things, depending on who it is, they're not as excited as I think they should be, you know, so. Ooh. I'm sorry, I be up all times of the day and night, so, you know. Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Because I really genuinely am like, so look, here's the thing, even if you by some chance guessed right, I am going to do my best. And see, it's hard to look at me. That's why, so y'all know in the groups, when I post pictures and things and I'm like, what do you think it is? What do you think it is? It's always funny because you can't see me. So when I go to your comments, I'll just put like one of the emojis there. So you don't know like whether or not you're guessing right or wrong. You know, like even with this, with the unicorn, so I had put it up and it was blurred. And so people were guessing. And I was like, I'm just saying. And the thing is, I wasn't really trying to make it a mystery. I wanted to do a mystery, but then I was like, Halloween is coming up. I'm going to do a Halloweeny mystery anyway. And why don't I just do the Halloweeny mystery early so that, you know, whatever. But the thing about it is, see, I wasn't really trying to hide that we were doing a unicorn because the last time that I was trying to get y'all to guess what we were working on, I legit turned the picture upside down and blurred it. I did a whole bunch of things so that you would not have any clue as to what it was. But not just that, you wouldn't have guessed anyway because it was just so weird and outlandish. So again, we're going to do that mystery Halloweeny, and it's gonna be fun, and y'all are gonna be like, wow, I would have never guessed. So I'm just saying that when I put up the advertisement for it, you're not gonna be able to guess what it is. I don't know what to tell you. You can try, but you're not gonna be able to guess. So trying to see what colors you need. You're gonna need firelight. You're gonna need magic moss. You're gonna need dragon glass. You're gonna need summer shine. You're gonna need. You may need fairy berry. I don't know. You're gonna need those colors. You're gonna need white yarn. Preferably sparkly, no speckle. Speckle is not going to work for this one, but you will need white. Sparkle is always welcome. Sparkly white, I need to re-up on the sparkly white. So, but yeah, yep, it's gonna be good. And when you make it, you're gonna be like, oh, I ain't even know. And I'll be like, yeah, you ain't know because I made it up. It was out of the world that exists in my mind. So yeah. But yeah, excited. I'm mad because I don't have one of the colors here that I need in order to get started. There's one color that I need that I don't have here. Yeah, I don't think so I can't do it because I don't got it here with me. But it's about to go down. So if you were to guess, right? Because now I feel like I want to see if I've given you any kind of, I don't think that I have. I mean, unless you really, really are playing detective, like I don't have, see, I would have to look. I don't think I have any photos of, excuse me, my original Halloweenies that I'm referring to. Because I believe I made them in like 2011. Yeah, I think they were created in like 2011. So, and I started my kind of thing in 2013, uploading things and whatnot. So, I don't know. I don't have any references that you would be able to even see. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I posted any. I might have just talked about them. But like I said, one of them was really hard. And when I think about them, yeah, even if I did them again, it'd be a little bit of tediousness to recreating this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna do him again because he required a special kind of yarn, so that was what made him so hard to do. But the other two, funny enough, the one that I'm gonna do and the one that I wasn't gonna do, that I've already done 2 other times, a part of me wants to do him again because I'm so much better now, skill-wise. And I think I would totally kill it if I did him again. That'd be totally cool. But nah, he's too much. That's too much. That requires too much. Yeah, and then the outside yarn for it, I'd have to kind of shop it because it was such a fluke. Oh man! But what you guessing? What do you have in mind, Blue Jay? What do you think it might be? What do you think it might be, Linda? What do you think it might be, Karen? I think it's so funny because again, one is like, it's not really, it's just funny and fun. And I know it's original and no one's ever thought of it. I've seen some things when I was searching the internet for all things, my kind of thing related that plus. No, you didn't. You know what? They might be amongst some old stuff. They might be, but you got to dig and really be looking. I don't know yet. But one of the creations. Here's the thing. One of the creations, if you thought about it, you might be able to kind of sort of guess it, maybe. But nah, you ain't gonna get it. Not gonna get it. I don't think you're gonna get it. Nothing but a thing. If you went in the archives, you might come across it and not. Okay, one of them you might come across and not really be like, I don't know. But it's gonna be 2 Halloweenies in one. It's gonna be 2 designs in one crochet along. And it's just fun. And I feel like they'll go really, really great with the ones that exist already. And now I'm feeling like I need to do a 3rd one. But I don't know. Nah, that's it. I because I feel like I'm saying too much. I feel like I've said too much already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So nah, I'm not gonna say too much more. I'm trying to see. Nah, I can't. See, this is my problem. This is why it's better for me to say these things in posts and whatnot, because I get too excited and start saying too much. But one for sure, I know you're not gonna, there's no way you're gonna guess it, because I legit, it doesn't exist. It only exists in my head right now. Outside of that, it doesn't exist. And that's the one that I need to work on first. Well, what poison pill? Even though, now here's the thing, so it's a chill pill and a happy pill, Linda. Imagine said poison. The chill pill and the happy pill always look, happy and cool, like, whatever. So the fact that you call one a poison pill, that's horrible. I've never made them mean. They were always supposed to be like the emotional support pickle design that was going around for a minute, which hilarious because my sister calls me pickle. And she randomly sends me pickle flavored things like photos and things like that. She actually threw me a pickle themed birthday party in January. Hilarious. And so the emotional support pickle was so funny. But I always thought of the chill pill and the happy pill as like a little thing that's cool and it makes you feel happy or cool when you look at it. The bomb? No, you're fine. I promise you, you're fine. But the reason why it made me think a poison pill is because it would be really cool to do a Halloween take on a chill pill or something, right? And maybe it would be like a poison pill. I don't know. So that's actually not a bad guess. The bombs, these things they exist already. So, and the F-bomb, it's fine, but I'm telling you, this thing that I'm doing. But you know what? You're on the right track because I see what you did. See, Linda's been paying attention. See, I explained that these things I've kind of sort of done already, maybe, just not what I'm about to do to them. So she actually is closer than, that's really interesting. And that's probably why I need to stop talking. What time is it? We got 5 more minutes. We have 5 more minutes and then we're gonna call it a night. Cause Linda gonna be there and have me tell on myself. Because that's actually a really good observation. Yeah, I'm talking too much. Yeah. Oh, but poison pill would be hilarious and quick and easy. But that's not it. It's not that, and it's not that. But you're not so far off. You're really not crazy in a different, like I see where you're yeah, I gotta stop because you're gonna get me to spilling the beans. That is hilarious though. Yeah, you almost got me, Linda. You almost had me. I was real close. It's gonna be good though. It's gonna be good. Y'all are gonna be like, wow, this is cool. This is unique. This is different. And not for nothing. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. I'm from the Bronx. But to be realistic, this could do, I know, this could do really well in the realm of, you know, just a really cool, fun Halloween crochet design. So maybe if I do it right, well, let me not say if I do it right, because I don't think doing it right is my issue. I think if I market it right when we're done, it'll be a really cool and popular pattern that other people might want to add to their Halloween crochet repertoire. So I think maybe I need to spend the next couple of months just solidifying the fact that I do Halloween crochet in a really cool and unique way. I swear if I had the time or the time and the money, I would legitimately self-publish a Halloween book. With just a book with exclusively my crochet Halloween designs, because we have, like Chastity said earlier, thank you, we have 5 designs, like functional, done, cool designs. 5. Boney Tony, Frank, Jackie, Zombie Candy, Corn Horned, Batwing Pegasus, and the Candy Witch. And the thing about the Candy Witch, y'all know, like I mentioned earlier, when I create these things, there's information about them. And I swear, candy corn is so gross to me that it had to be created by some otherworldly force, some not so pleasant force, I guess. And I don't know. I think witches had something to do with it. And witchcraft is the reason why some people say it's delicious, because they are clearly under a spell. Because there ain't no way that you a normal person eating candy corn. There's just no way. There's just no way. And therefore, witches made it. I call them the candy witches because they are responsible for the nastiest of candies. I think they're the evil behind licorice too. Black jelly beans, Peeps, circus peanuts. Oh, just the nastiest candies. The candy witches, they came up and there's a whole covenant of witches who have decided, look, we just gonna make this nasty stuff and we are going to bewitch some people into liking them. Disgusting. What kind of candies do you think are nasty other than candy corn? Let me save my dollars for these kids and thank God I'm back to work next week, back to school. I go. I appreciate the way you always support, the way you always show up. It means a great deal. 2025 has kind of knocked me back quite a bit, and I am still pivoting and working out, getting back on track. Marshmallows. So I think, you know what it is? I don't like marshmallows, but I don't think they're disgusting. Like, you know what? I like toasted marshmallows. Like, I can eat a marshmallow that's been burnt a little on a stick. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, 2025 tried to do me in. It's still trying to do me in, like literally right now, trying to do me in. And I'm just like, nah, you're not gonna kill me. You might maim me a little bit for a little while. But yeah, I'm still trying to adjust and develop. I told y'all, marshmallows. My niece loves marshmallows. Like, she just eats them randomly. Like, she has a bag, she keeps a bag of marshmallows. It's like, ugh. I mean, and see, for me, it's not that they're nasty. I don't like the texture. And I think that's probably what you're saying too. It's something that springs back. It's weird. Like, but here's the thing. I like them. Like, I like the way they smell. They don't taste nasty to me. I just don't like them unless they're burnt a little bit on a stick. So, like camping, toasting marshmallows, I could do that, right? They're melted. It's whatever, right? Yeah. Oh, ugh, I don't eat that. I don't eat Jello either. And that's another one. Yeah, Jello. I don't think Jello is nasty. I don't like the texture, and a lot of foods I don't eat because of texture, not necessarily taste. There are things that I refuse that I cannot put in my mouth because of the texture. And I don't care how good it smells. I don't care how, good people say it tastes. The process of chewing and swallowing it, count me out. Marshmallows, unless it's toasted and melting, is one of those things. My niece, man, she loves some marshmallows. They're great in hot chocolate. I don't like hot chocolate. Love chocolate. Don't like liquid chocolate. Ugh. I don't know. I can't do it. Yeah, I have some serious quirks when it comes to like foods. I get teased about it all the time because I have a long list of things that I just do not and will not eat. And I have to really be assertive about not liking things because my father, growing up, his rule was you have to try it at least once. And that was a rule. Like, there were things that I couldn't opt out of. And now as a grown up, I'm like, I'm not eating that. I don't care what it looks like or what it smells like. I don't care how many people like it, love it. I don't like it. What about banana? My grandmother don't eat. Ha, Linda. I hate bananas. Oh, I don't like bananas. I love banana cake. I love banana candy. I don't like milk or bananas, but I like banana flavored milk. I like the taste of bananas. I even like the smell of banana stuff, like banana flavored things. I love the taste of banana flavored things. I like the smell of ripe bananas. I don't like bananas. Can't eat them. And I've tried because the smell tricks me. The smell makes me think, you like these. They smell so good. But I don't like bananas. I like banana cake. Oh, my favorite kind of cake is banana cake. My favorite kind of ice cream is banana flavored ice cream with fudge chunks in it and walnuts. Chunky Monkey. I love Chunky Monkey ice cream by Ben & Jerry's. It's my favorite. I don't like bananas, and I've tried. When I tell you I tried, because again, I like the way they smell. Ripe bananas smell so good. I love banana candy, banana cake. I make banana pancakes. It is the texture. It's the texture. It's the texture. Like, I don't know how to explain that. It's just like, no, thank you. But I like banana cake, banana pancakes, banana candy, banana milk. I don't like milk or bananas, but I like banana milk. I like the way bananas smell. I love banana everything except bananas. I used to buy stuff the kids didn't like to eat. That way they wouldn't eat my snacks. They learned to love my snacks, and that's how they do, because kids are greedy. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. And I don't know how to explain to people that I'll eat banana anything but banana. Like, I love banana walnut cake, banana walnut, banana bread. I love it. Like, I'm telling you, love it. But no, thank you. No, thank you. Not eating no bananas. Oh, and with that, it is 9:36. You all have been great. Do you? I like the way they smell. I love when they ripen because I use them for my pancake batter. So I'll have them and they'll ripen and they'll smell So good. And I get tricked. I trick myself. I have tricked myself so many times into being like, maybe it's something wrong with me. Maybe my head and my nose and my mouth are not like talking to each other. And I've been like, oh, they smell so good. Let me try it. No. And in my pancake batter, I mix it with like I create a banana, like I blend the banana with a little bit of water to make like its own like banana like solution to add to my pancake batter, because I really do like the taste of banana things. I don't like bananas. It's so gross. But again, on that note, you all have been so great. Fresh cherries, but nothing else cherry. No, I like both. I like cherry everything and cherries. I don't think there's anything cherry that I don't like. But this has been wonderful. You guys will be back here again on Friday, and I believe Friday at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on Friday, we will be here, and we will be working on, I believe, the limbs portion of Uniqua. So between today and tomorrow, your homework assignment is to finish Uniqua's head and to finish Uniqua's body. And we'll be back here on Friday at 8 to work on Uniqua's limbs. Thank you all again for joining, and y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all on